This makes the Dallas Cowboys even scarier. We're gonna be going through that and 4 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Dallas Cowboys content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel hitting that red button down below. So the first story is the Dallas Cowboys have signed T.Y. Hilton, and this move has made the Dallas Cowboys even scarier. The veteran receiver is signing with the Dallas Cowboys. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport and NFL Network's Jane Slater reported Monday. The team later announced the news. Hilton's deal is for a max value of $1.5 million, NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero reported, with a guarantee of $600,000 for the remaining 4 regular season games and up to $700,000 in playoff incentives. Hilton visited the team on Monday and liked what he saw enough to join the Cowboys with just 1 month left in the regular season. At 10-3 and riding a 4-game winning streak into Week 15, Dallas is gearing up for what it hopes will be a deep playoff run. Great addition, said Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy, who added Hilton has a chance to play this Sunday versus the Jaguars. We'll get him out there Wednesday and get him acclimated. He had a workout. Everything passed with flying colors. The timing is right. He's ready to go. The 33-year-old receiver last played in 2021 with the Colts, the only team he'd known until signing with Dallas. After starting last season on injured reserve, Hilton returned in mid-October, catching 23 passes for 331 yards and 3 touchdowns in 10 games. Hilton patiently waited for another opportunity as a free agent, remaining without a team until the final month of the 2022 regular season. He joins a Dallas team that has been interested in adding a receiver for most of 2022, exploring trade options before the deadline, and recently engaging in a drawn-out courtship with Odell Beckham Jr. With just 4 weeks left to get a new receiver up to speed, it appears the Cowboys have moved on from Beckham in favor of Hilton, a receiver who is ready to go now. He'll enter a receiver's room headlined by CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, with Noah Brown, Jalen Tolbert, James Washington, and returner Kavonte Turpin also on the roster. Hilton is past his peak performance, but brings with him plenty of winning experience from his time spent in Indianapolis. We'll see if the 4-time Pro Bowler can make a quick impact for the NFL's 10th-ranked defense. Hilton is definitely a step down in fan engagement from something like parading Beckham around for a week, but it is very likely a more effective move. The scene with Beckham was one where you are attempting to convince yourself that he will move the needle in a month. Whereas, with Hilton, they might have a player who can enhance things immediately. He is a very fine route runner and technician of the position who has been doing this for a very long time. Whether he was still a premium paid lead receiver in Indianapolis anymore is certainly up for discussion, but can he replace Noah Brown or Jalen Tolbert as this team tries to play more 11 personnel? Almost certainly. It appears this is the type of smart move that has almost no downside, and certainly no baggage as a difficult fit in a locker room, either. He might be able to have an immediate impact if he is ready, and it appears he is. It seems a move worth making for Dallas at this point. So the second story is Cowboys meet with Odell to find common ground on contract. Free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. and the Dallas Cowboys met Monday evening to find common ground on basic terms and timing regarding the potential of a contract. Beckham is recovering from a torn ACL suffered during last year's Super Bowl when he was a member of the Los Angeles Rams. He recently visited the New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys, and Buffalo Bills as he rehabs and works to determine his next steps. Dallas has made no secret of its interest in Beckham, but public concern has risen about when he could return to the lineup. ESPN's Ed Werder released this report on December 6th. NFL Network's Jane Slater followed up with another report on December 7th, noting the reasoning for why Beckham left Dallas without a deal in place. The 30-year-old Beckham has been one of the game's most electric talents at his best. Unfortunately, he suffered 2 torn ACLs and a broken ankle since 2017. Beckham has still been productive when called upon since opening his career with a trio of Pro Bowl appearances, and he notably had 21 catches for 288 yards and 2 scores in the playoffs for the Rams. In the interim, Dallas has signed another free agent veteran wide receiver in Ty Hilton, the former Indianapolis Colts star who made 4 Pro Bowls in his 10 NFL seasons. He had 23 catches for 331 yards and 3 touchdowns in 13 games last year. Owner Jerry Jones went on 105.3 The Fan and explained what the Hilton signing meant relative to Beckham. The 10-3 squad will now visit the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday. So the third story is Dallas Cowboys suffer major blow as Dak Prescott's starting teammate tears ACL. Although the Cowboys won the game, they might not be happy with the performance of the team. One of the main reasons for their struggle was the untimely injuries of 3 players. One of the players was the starter, right tackle Terrence Steele, who left the game in the second quarter. Notably, Steele was a starter for America's team and has been one of their best players this season. Apart from him, the Cowboys also lost their cornerback Anthony Brown through an Achilles tear during Week 13 game, who was also a starter for the team. According to NFL insider Ian Rappaport, Steele tore his ACL and will most likely be out for the rest of the season. During Sunday's game, one of the Texans players fell on Steele's leg trying to make a block. He looked in visible pain as he left the field in the second quarter. The Cowboys' offensive guard, Zach Martin, recently told the reporters, "It's a big loss for us, and we've got to find a way to rally and fill that spot for him because I said it last year and said it this year. He's been our bell cow." Certainly, the Cowboys will have to find a suitable replacement for Steele to help QB Dak Prescott. Although Peters and Ball could do the job at the moment, it will not be easy for the Cowboys to replace Steele that easily. On the other hand, Pro Bowl LT Tyron Smith has been practicing well with the team recently. According to reports, he could play against the Jaguars next week, which will be good news for the Cowboys. So the fourth story is Ezekiel Elliott moves up in Cowboys record books, goes viral with fake kettle jump. Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott has moved into third place for most overall touchdowns in franchise history behind only Tony Dorsett and Emmitt Smith. Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott scored the go-ahead touchdown in the final 40 seconds of Sunday's 27-23 win over the Houston Texans, and in doing so, he created history. With Elliott's touchdown run in the fourth quarter, he moved to third all-time for overall touchdowns in franchise history, going past Bob Hayes. Only 2 players are ahead of Elliott: Tony Dorsett and Emmitt Smith. Elliott finished Sunday's game with 62 yards on 15 carries as Dallas overcame its fair share of adversity in the win to move to 10-3. "Every week is going to be tough," Elliott said. "You guys got used to seeing us blow guys out, but it's still the NFL. You're not going to blow people out every week, and most games come down to 1 score, and we did what we needed to do towards the end of the game to pull this one out." With a little over 3 minutes remaining, Dak Prescott and the offense went to work. Pull it out they did. An 11-play, 98-yard drive ended with Elliott's 77th overall touchdown, and a little slice of history to go along with it. For the running back, once Prescott got the ball, there was no doubt about the outcome. "I knew we were going to go down and score," Elliott said. "Dak leading us, Dak taking charge in that 2-minute drive. There's not a quarterback I'd rather have in there on those game-winning drives. Is so poised, didn't blink an eye, ready to go, and he made all the plays he needed to get down there." Elliott also did a fake kettle jump after the TD, avoiding an NFL fine. "I'm saving my money this week," he told NFL Network. With the win on Sunday, the Cowboys made it back-to-back seasons with double-digit wins. It is the first time the franchise has managed that feat since the 1995 and 1996 seasons. With Zeke and his team making headlines for the right reasons, there were more than a few worrying moments for Dallas. But thanks to Prescott, the Cowboys were able to pull off the history-making win.